What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown as we jump into a brand new comic. I'm super excited about this one because we have Predator versus Spider-Man. Now, in Predator versus Wolverine, we saw a single Predator stalk Earth's greatest prey, the killing machine known as the Predator. But in Predator versus Black Panther, we saw them invade Wakanda and nearly dethrone the king. Now we turn our head to New York City. We turn our head to Spider-Man. Heat waves have been sending New York City into a blackout. And while Spider-Man patrols his city, something beneath its grimy sewers and subways lurks a threat unlike anything Peter Parker has faced before. This is where we introduce a Predator that has no honor, one that has no clan. He only has a thirst for blood. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, we're picking up in New York City. Right now, summer has claimed this city. The sunlight has found every reflective surface and forced everyone to look at the world through a means of squinting. This city is boiling right now. And this heat, it only made the city cruel, crime spiking because of it, from robberies to assault to murders. But this day was different. This wasn't a bullet to the head or a knife in the gut. This was something new. We pick up with Detective LaPearl investigating the most recent murder, a condemned building. They're trying to figure out if this was drug related, a stolen stash, vigilante wanting to clean up his block. But what we see is a handful of individuals that have been strung up and they've been skinned alive. Every one of the bodies has something missing off of them, whether it be a jaw, a rib, a finger, and they have all been skinned alive. We have a trophy hunter. This is what takes us over to Spider-Man. Jonah on the horn with him right now, telling him that he needs those photos. Peter Parker was able to get some photos of the crime scene. Now, on his way back in, of course, Spider-Man does the Spider-Man thing. Some bad guys robbing a bank. As he goes chasing these guys down, the van leads him to a warehouse. The robbers, thinking they made a quick getaway because Spider-Man had to stop and help some kids before they got run over in the road. These guys show up at their shop, and what they find is dead bodies everywhere. His 3 buddies taken out in an instant. This is when the guy raises up his gun. He's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. But before this man could even see what was coming for him, something grabs his face and literally rips the skin off of it. Ripping the skin off of his face and then driving a spear right into his chest. This dude was dead before he even saw anything hit him. This is where we have our Predator looking at his new skin mask. This freaking psychopath, he puts it on his face. We are quickly learning that he's not like the others. One with no clan, no ties, just an absolute psychopath who wants to kill. I think this is one of the first accounts of an actual serial killer Utani. Let me know what you guys think about that. That's an interesting concept, something we never really played around, because every one of them we've ever seen have had honor, have been part of a clan, have had an overall goal. We've never seen one that is just absolutely batshit crazy. But Spider-Man making his way into this garage, going to take down the bad guys. As he gets inside of the garage, he sees all 4 of these men. They are skinned, parts are taken off of them, and they are hanging from the ceiling. Peter Parker now knows that this wasn't an isolated incident. They're dealing with a serial killer. Meanwhile, in the subways, we have a young redheaded girl sitting on a train. Now, we all know who this is, obviously, but they're going on the train, and like we said in the beginning, they've been experiencing power outages because of the heat wave. And when the lights go out, you have some people that start to panic. So MJ does her best to try and at least console this young blonde girl who's really struggling right now. She's having a lot of trouble dealing with this situation. She's very claustrophobic. And so when MJ tells her, like, it's all right, it feels tight inside of here, but turning on her phone light and showing her outside the window, it's right there. All that space right there on the outside. But when she flashes that light, what they see on the outside is a Predator wearing a freaking human face. as a mass. Picking us up with Jonah and Peter, working on getting this article up about the serial killer. Service for phones and everything like that is currently out. Using the internet right now simply is not an option. But they want to get this story out, so they're going to go the old school way. They go analog. They sell the actual papers. Sell them on the corners the old school way. No one's going to have anything to swipe or stream or click. This is how we get that information out there. So they get people on every single corner. Over the next few hours, it grew as hot as inside is out. People did everything they could to stay cool. None of them knew that they were all being hunted, with Jonah on the corner telling them that the streets are going to be extra dark tonight because there is a serial killer on the loose. Now, while Jonah's doing this, our detective comes up to Jonah, takes that paper, and sees the crime scene photos. Now she wants to talk to Peter Parker because she says there is now a law against disseminating photos of crime scenes without the permission of the victims or the police. Little does she know, Peter Parker is swinging above her head, taking off to take down the next big threat. And then later on that evening, we have a man sitting out here selling the paper. While he does so, two guys think it's a great idea. We're gonna go up to this guy and we're gonna rob him. Doing so at gunpoint. Before they could even decide to pull the trigger, an arrow goes through one of their hands. As they go to lift up their guns and take this guy down, another guy gets an arrow in the head. He tells the newspaper man that you shouldn't be out here, that you're not strong enough, that the city is a dangerous place, especially in the dark. But before you go, you are sitting here saying that there is a new predator in town. I would like to know who that is. The person asking the questions, of course, Kravey the Hunter. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm honestly super excited about this. Now, I don't know how I feel about Utani necessarily being a serial killer. It's an interesting concept, one that I've never seen actually toyed around with. Now, I'm sure there's probably a story out there somewhere that this has been done before. I'm just not familiar with it. I am excited to see a Predator versus freaking Spider-Man. Spider-Man's gonna whoop on this homie. Now, if you thought Wolverine or Black Panther may be a challenge for a Predator, Spider-Man's gonna be on a whole other level. Though I would say Wolverine and him are pretty close. Even Black Panther and him are pretty close. But Spider-Man, people underestimate him a lot. He's got a lot more power, a lot more strength than people give him credit for. Truth is, Spider-Man pulls punches most of the time. What I am most excited for is Kravey the motherfreaking Hunter. What a perfect way to bring him into a Predator story where we have a psychopath Predator on the loose, Spider-Man trying to hunt him down, and who better to come hunt one of the ultimate predators of the universe than one self-proclaimed greatest hunter in the world, Kravey himself. So it will not only be Spider-Man hunting him down, but Kravey the Hunter as well. Now it's a matter of who gets to him first, and who will come out the victor. But yeah, I'm super stoked for issue number 2. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that has been going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It's going to get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.